What a beach of Timmy's here. Here is my throwback segment where I talk about the films that turns 10 and 20 this week. Alright, not a lot that really says out that turns 20, so I'll get to that one here last. But the 10-year one, holy cow, films turning 10, we got Moneyball, which of course is the 2011 baseball film that starred Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, the late Philip Seymour Hoffman. You had Robin Wright was in this. It is, of course, based on a book by Michael Lewis, who also wrote the book for The Big Short, which also got turned into a film. And here you got Brad Pitt, who plays Billy Bean, who's the general manager of the Oakland A's, one of the pretty much one of like the baseball team here. And of course, you got Jonah Hill, who plays this Ivy League graduate, who joins forces with Brad Pitt's Billy Bean. I mean, this is actually the movie that really showed how great Jonah Hill could do in drama work. This film is also directed by Bennett Miller, who also gave us movies like Capote, which has White Phil Seymour Hoffman was in this. Foxcatcher, he's also directed. It's a pretty good directing choice. I mean, if you guys have not really seen Moneyball, it of course scored it scored loads of Oscar nominations. I believe Brad Pitt scored one. This was, of course, the film that Jonah Hill scored his first ever Oscar nomination for, so well deserved there. All right, also turning 10, we got Abduction, which is the Taylor Lautner starring action film that also starred the likes of Lily Collins, Alfred Molina, Sigourney Weaver. Sadly, this was also the last film directed by John Singleton, who passed away like 2 years ago. He, of course, gave us Boys in the Hood. And this was like a very different film for Singleton. Here you got Taylor Lautner, who plays Nathan Harper, who has like this uneasy feeling that his like family isn't quite what you see, and his fear comes true when he finds a picture of himself as a youngster on a missing persons website, and so he pretty much and he ends up being the target of these assassins, forced to flee with his neighbor, played by Lily Collins. This was really the movie that was supposed to like pretty much benefit Taylor Lautner as an action star. It was a flop, and yeah, was not really the film that really bona fide him as an action star. There, I mean, between the three leads, it looks like between the three Twilight leads, looks like Taylor Lautner is really the one who does not really have it big. Like, other like at least with folks like Robert Pattinson and Chris Stewart, they have shown that they're capable to do stuff outside Twilight. Lautner has not really had that big success. Like, he did appear in Grown Ups 2, some other stuff here and there, but he has not really had like that major Oscar bait success that Pattinson or even Stewart has gotten. So, yeah, I don't know. Is this guy ever going to become, get more stuff outside of Twilight? Who knows? But we'll see. All right. Also, turning 10, we got Dolphin Tail. Now, this is pretty much about these kids who finds this, dolphin who actually, lost his tail here. You also got, the dolphin's trying to, go back in the water and trying to learn how to swim. I mean, I always do love these type of animal-based movies, these aquamarine animal films, whether it's something like Free Willy, Flipper. Dolphin Tail, of course, starred the likes of Harry Connick Jr., Ashley Judd, Morgan Freeman. I believe Chris Christopherson was also in this. I know Dolphin Tail was really cute. It was charming. They did do a sequel about 3 years after, which wasn't as good as the first film, but I did the first, but it was still pretty decent. But the first Dolphin Tail was really decent, if you guys haven't seen that. All right, there's also Killer Elite, which stars Jason Statham. And here you, of course, have Clive Owen. Here you got Jason Statham, who plays Danny Bryce, one of the world's deadliest special ops agent who returns from self-imposed exile after his mentor, Hunter, played by Robert De Niro, is captured, and he ends up resembling his former team of skilled commandos to launch a rescue mission. And, of course, you got Clive Owen, who plays the main villain in this. I mean, Clive Owen, Robert De Niro, and Jay Statham were all really solid in this. Like, really, three high-profile actors right there. Kill is probably one of the most underrated, underappreciated action movies there is. Like, definitely a Jay Statham movie that doesn't get talked about a whole lot anymore. Like, sadly, the film did not do so well when it got released. But I know it was really cool if you guys haven't seen that. All right, we also got also turning 10. There's Kevin Smith's horror film Red State, which really shows like showcase of Kevin Smith's horror talents. Of course, he will later go on to do Tusk. He directed an episode of that movie Holidays. I mean, the guy, besides doing stuff like Clerks, Jason Bond, he could do horror pretty well. And Red State sort of showed it. It's not his best work or anything, but I still thought it was really creepy. The late Michael Parks was also in there. You even had John Goodman, Micah Jarino, Nicholas Braun, and Kyle Gallner play like three leads in this. I mean, if you guys have not really seen Red State, give that one a go. It's a really creepy one. Last but not least, turning 10, there's Machine Gun Preacher, which stars Gerard Butler, who pretty much like goes to East Africa to help repair homes destroyed by the Civil War, and he's transformed by the horrors he sees, and he ignores the warning of more experienced aid workers and breaks grounds for an orphanage in the heart of territory controlled by a brutal renegade militaria. I mean, stop that. It was an okay film. I mean, Gerard Butler, probably one of his best performances in my opinion. Far better than his recent films. Like, I mean, he just had Cop Shop recent. That movie was kind of a bust. Hunter Killer, Geostorm. I mean, he has had some questionable roles. Like, yeah, he's had some decent stuff like 300, but I would say Machine Gun Preacher is one of his better films in my opinion. So if you guys haven't seen that, definitely give it a go. All right, now holiday movies that turns 20. The only thing that turns 20 this week is the not so good Mariah Carey led film Glitter. Yeah, here you got Mariah Carey, who I love her as a singer, but as an actress, like sometimes as an actress is so bad. Like she was pretty good and Precious. Her like feature film debut in this love story that's set against the backdrop of New York City club scene, and she plays this young singer who overcomes a turbulent childhood and begins an exciting but often volatile, precious journey to superstardom. Uh, this is one of the worst musicals of all time, in my opinion. I mean, of course, Mariah Carey, like, I believe she got some sort of Razzie, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, some singers do show that they could do more than just sing. Jennifer Hudson has done pretty good. But there has been singers who had tried their foray into acting and has not done well, like Kelly Clarkson from Justice to Kelly to Mariah Carey to Glitter. So, yeah, Glitter is abysmal. So really nothing stands out in the 20 years one. But let me leave with you guys. Which of these films do stand out to you the most? The 10 you want, I'm probably going to go with Moneyball, and really nothing in the 21 that really stands out to me. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Tim signing out.